Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lavish Lana. Thank you so much for tuning in again this week. In this video, okay, is highly requested. Ever since I got my microlinks, you guys have asked me about them. So I just wanted to go ahead and do kind of a video to answer all of your questions in one. So yeah, I'm very excited to answer all these questions that you guys have been asking, both here on YouTube and on my Instagram. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright you guys are here, okay? You're still here. So while you're here, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way you can stay in the know and know when I post my next videos. Okay, so now we have that over and you guys have subscribed. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of this video. The biggest question that people have, like when I tell them that this is microlinks that I have in my hair, is actually, what are microlinks? So microlinks can be described, it's like a tiny metal bead that is like attached to your hair, that the extensions are attached to, and that's how the hair actually stays in your head, is because these tiny metal beads are clamped down. Your hair and the extension are clamped down together in those beads. So there's two different ways which the beads can be installed. The first way is the I-tip method, which is actually individual strands of beads are like clipped into your hair, and it has to be done by a stylist. I'm not sure how that could be. There's like a tool or whatever that, I don't know, they do in order to install that into your hair. So yeah, the first method is that I-tip, and those are the individual strands. And then the second method is using tracks and installing the tracks with the beads and your hair. So that is the method that I have in my head. I have the tracks. So there's tracks like individually through my hair, and it's like a layer of my hair, then tracks, then a layer of my hair and tracks, and a layer of my hair and tracks. Like, so my hair is out, like the entire front, well, like the entire front piece of my hair is out, but you can see, like if you actually go in, like you can see, can you guys see that? Let me zoom. Okay. So the entire front, like this is all of my hair, but if you go in, then you can see like the tracks that have been clipped. The tracks that have been clipped in to stay. And that metal piece right there, that is the bead. Okay. So yeah, you guys, that metal bead that I showed you guys, that is actually how the tracks are put into your hair. So there are no braids, there are no braids at all in my hair. This is a completely braidless method. So they attach the tracks or the individual extensions directly to your hair. So yeah, as far as, like I said, I have the individual tracks in my hair. It said, well, my stylist said, and also it says online, that the microlinks can stay in your hair up to 2 months with the proper maintenance. So another question is, what does the maintenance look like? So you're supposed to go and get your microlinks tightened professionally by your stylist every 3 to 4 weeks, depending on, you know, how you maintain your hair and that type of stuff. Like, are you rough with your hair? Are you gonna need to, you know, get your microlinks tightened quicker than maybe somebody else? That just depends. Me personally, I like to go every 3 weeks, every 2 to 3 weeks actually, if I'm being honest, every 2 to 3 weeks to go and get my hair tightened by my stylist. But not only that, I also have her wash my hair as well, because I just don't want to like mess up my natural hair or do anything, because I'm still natural. Like I haven't, there's no, you know, harsh chemicals or anything in my hair, and my stylist works especially with natural hair. So that's something that definitely attracted me to use her from the start. So yeah, the style microlinks can last 2 months if you take care of them, and they need to be tightened every 3 or 4 weeks. I go every 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, just because I want my hair to stay fresh, but we've been doing good. So in my hair specifically, I have only 2 bundles. So I have a 20-inch bundle and then a 22-inch bundle. When I first got the style, because this is my second time actually getting microlinks, I had a 16-inch bundle and an 18-inch bundle, and I'll show you guys that picture somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere on the screen. Yeah, so this is the picture where I can show you where I had the 18 and the 16. So I got it all taken out, and then I got the 20 and the 22 put in just because I wanted a longer look. When I first started, I was just trying it out to see, do I even like this? Like, you know, is this something that I'm gonna be able to maintain? So yeah, I got it reinstalled. So that tells you a little bit of something, right? A little bit of how I feel. So another question that I get is, what is the pain level with microlinks? So just a disclaimer, I have never gotten a sew-in before, so I don't even know what that process is like. But in doing research, I hear it, or I see that so many people say that, like, because sew-ins you have to have your hair braided, that it is a more painful process. I would say as far as pain with microlinks, there's not really any pain. When they are installed individually, they are clamped pretty tightly down onto your hair. It's not that it's painful, it's that it's uncomfortable because it's tight. And it takes a few days for like them to kind of loosen up to where you know, you're able to move your hair freely as like you want to. It's kind of like braids, like when you first get braids and they're a little bit tight and you're like, okay, I need a couple days for these to settle in and loosen up. It's the exact same process. But painful, no, I wouldn't say that it's painful at all. Another thing about microlinks is that you actually have to go and get your hair, like, before they put them in your hair, they have to wash, blow dry, and straighten out your hair. So I get my hair silk pressed. That way, you know, it looks seamless with my microlinks. So I do get my hair silk pressed. So I don't know if people think like pain or heat or anything is painful, but yeah, if you don't like putting heat to your hair, then this is probably not the style for you. So that goes into the pros and cons about this style, which is something that is really important, and I just want to let you guys be aware of this before you actually go and get microlinks, whether that be the tracks or the I-tip style. So pros, let's start with the good. I like to start with the good, and then we go to the bad. So pros are that microlinks are very quick. It is a pretty much quick and seamless install, and I like to go based off of wigs because wigs are something that I used to wear all the time in the past, and I'm trying to transition from wearing wigs because I feel like it was so like brutal on like my hairline and my hair. Like, I did experience hair loss from using glue, whether that be the Got to Be glue spray or the actual you know, wig lace glue. I experienced hair loss, and I was one of those people who like got their edges snatched. So my edges are just starting to grow back, you guys. So anyways, yes, it is a quick and easy application. Another thing is that the style doesn't necessarily require heat. So you don't have to go and get straight hair like I do. Actually, this isn't straight hair, this is body wave hair that I straightened. It depends on your hair, like the hair texture that you get. There are curly microlinks, just like there's curly bundles. There's microlinks that match your actual hair texture. That way you could just like, you know, wet it and go. Like all of that, it doesn't necessarily require heat. Why is my dog barking? It doesn't require a whole bunch of heat. Like the first time you go and you get your hair silk pressed and you get like your microlinks installed, you don't really have to apply heat to your hair after that if you maintain your hair. By maintaining, I would say don't go to the gym. Don't sweat if your hair is prone to frizzing up. It might not be the style for you, okay? So You have to wrap your hair at night. You have to really treat this hair like it is your hair. And when I first started getting with the first round, when I was getting my microlinks, every time I came back, like my links, my tracks were always super loose, and I was asking my stylist, like, I take care of this hair, I don't know what's going on. And she told me, like, which is a tip, this is a tip for you guys, that you can't be yanking the micro links like it's your hair, because like anything, it's gonna be loose, it's gonna slide, it's gonna do all of that. So like when you're actually like brushing your hair or anything, you're supposed to like hold your hair down and brush it. Like you're supposed to be ginger and gentle with it, and that will give your hair longevity. Okay, just a tip for you guys. Another thing that I would say, which is kind of like a double whammy, is that the style is low maintenance relative to wigs and things like that, because with my wigs, like, you have to reapply it and you gotta glue it down and you gotta do baby hair. It's just too much. Like it was too much for me. So I wanted to find a style that was easier and more low maintenance. And like this, like it's literally looks like it feels like my hair. And that gets into my last point about the pros, is that this microlinks install is seamless, literally seamless and undetectable. Like my hair perfectly blends in with the microlinks. As you can see, my hair perfectly blends in with the microlinks, and it is undetectable. It's not bulky. Like you're able to put your hair up in a ponytail. Like if I wanted to put my hair up in a high pony, I could. Like it just like it really feels like it's your hair, and that's what makes it so worth it, is that it's just so natural. Like I'm actually obsessed with microlinks. I don't think I would go back to wearing wigs personally, guys. So that transitions us into the cons. Okay, even though I think it's a perfect style, there are some cons, as there are with everything in life, okay? The first con, which is what kind of diverts a lot of people from getting microlinks, is the fact that it can be kind of expensive, okay? Because it's like a newer technology, not everybody's getting it. Just for full disclosure, for my microlinks for this install for 20 and 22, I paid $740 plus tip to my stylist. So that can seem expensive, you know, to some people. Like I definitely understand that, but I feel like it's just so worth it in order to have a style that literally lasts you for 2 months. My first install lasted me for 2 months, and has a relatively like low maintenance cost. If you are not going to your stylist, which I was going to my stylist every 2 to 3 weeks, then it's a relatively low maintenance cost, and that $740, like, or whatever, like that would be the higher end. It's worth it at the end, like to not have so much damage to your hair, not to lose your hair like I lost my hair with wigs. Like it's worth it to me, at least. So another thing, another con, is that this style is not suitable for short hair. Like if you are one of our shorter hair queens, like I just would not recommend microlinks to you, because it could be hard to blend your hair with the microlinks, because like there's no braids. Like it's your hair and it's the microlinks. The microlinks are attached to your hair, so you can kind of see like in places where your hair is shorter, where it's not gonna blend in all the way. Like the front of my hair is pretty short, so it doesn't blend in all the way. Like I make it work to where you can't see it. It just looks like normal and natural. But if you have shorter hair, I'm just gonna say it, like this, sorry, is not the style for you. Like there are other styles that you can use, but this is not the style for you. And that was the thing for me with wigs, is because I kept cutting my hair, like I couldn't do a sew and I couldn't do any of that type of stuff. So I was just slapping a wig on my head so I could have some long hair. But now that I've actually taken the time to grow my hair out, these microlinks are literally the perfect style for me. So the next thing is that they do not work for all hair textures. They don't. Like that's just honest, that they don't. If you have a coarser hair texture, or your hair is prone to frizzing up really badly, like any heat or any type of like situation where people are prone to get frizzy hair, this is not the style for you, because your hair is going to, you're gonna start seeing like your hair is gonna stick out in between the tracks, and you don't want to look crazy. So that is why a lot of stylists will say that in order to get microlinks, you need to actually do a consultation. That way they can tell you, is this style gonna be suitable for you and your hair texture? So some people want microlinks, but it just doesn't work for them. So at that point, you have to find an alternative. So that is just a heads up that it does not work for all hair textures. But I would say that's really all the cons that I can think of. But I'm biased because I absolutely love the style. So let me know. That's pretty much the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have any more, you know, pros, cons, anything that I didn't hit on in this video? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. I want to hear all of that. If you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comment section below. So make sure you guys give me all of that commentary. I want to hear it. And I also would like to do a video on just my everyday maintenance process for microlinks. So let me know if you guys want to, you know, see something like that, and I'll make something work for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Deuces.